Hi guys, this is my leaking clutch pump. It's been leaking for years, just a little bit of air, and I have to take air out of this valve every 1500 kilometers, and last year even every 500 kilometers. So I'm a bit sick of it. The type of this clutch pump is of the type that's non-overhaulable, so there are no kits to there are no kits available with rubbers or pinions and whatsoever. So I did my thing, but I had it loose and checked it, but it was no good. So since it's still leaking, I decided to buy a new clutch pump, but of a different type. I bought a new Brembo RC9 of RCS, and this is the 16 version. As you can see, it has folding levers, and it's simply adjustable. And even though, so if you put this piece of rubber out, you can put it between 16 and 18, and then again you have the availability of this to get more or less angle in it. Well, that's the top valve. This is where the reservoir will go on, like so, and where you put them onto the clip-ons, and the bottom where you put your line, your oil line, to the slave pump. So that's what is in the box. What's else in the box? There's this manual how to put these things on, but I think I can handle that. What's this? It's a certificate for having a Brembo original, and there is a panel bolt. Oh, stickers and the panel bolt and 2 copper washers, so it's great. But if you examine the clutch pump, this one and this one, there's one true main difference. It's an RCS, so it's made for racing, and if you, and let me put that bead to get the dirt out, like so. Here's where the line goes. There is no way you can put this micro switch on here. Yeah, what you probably could do is glue it on here. That's one thing. Or you cut through the line, and then I think you just connect these brown and blue wire together, and then the switch is the signal is put through, and then you don't need the switch anymore. That switch is only for probably when you try to start the engine and it's not in neutral, you need to clutch and get the engine in its neutral, like so, and then you're able to start. So I think if you put your engine in neutral, you don't even need to switch. But let's see. I will put this one on. Oh, I forgot to mention what didn't come with the new pump is a new reservoir. So I bought a new reservoir because the old one has been 20 or 10 years old, and these little membranes try to wear out. So I bought a new one. It's from the same type, as you can see. So we'll put this one on and then see if the connections are at the same place. Then put the reservoir on. First, take the cap off. Okay. Slide this one in position. So there's my line. Put some rags underneath, so if it spoils some braking oil, braking fluid, it won't interfere in my bike. So next thing to do is to put the oil line back on. So take the new accompanied banjo bolt and those two rings. So first the banjo bolt, then one ring, and now I have to take the back of the line, so bring a bolt ring. So this one is ready. Then we take the blue cap off and fit it all in. Okay. That valuables. It's hand tight. It's not tight enough for operation, but for now, just as let you see how it is assembled. And Later on I'm gonna look what the torque needs to be on this one and both on the clip-on. Hi guys, I installed a new clutch pump. Put the lines on, the clutch line. The slave clutch pump has fluid in it, the line has fluid in it, but the new clutch pump, master clutch pump, has air in it because of this new installation. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this rubber cap off. Okay, and install a line with a, in my case there's a reservoir on it, and then take this cap off. And be sure, if you fill these reservoirs, that you put paper or cloth around it, because if you spill brake fluid, it's gonna ruin your bike. So paper towels all around it. I've got this racing brake fluid, and I'm using it because I will also use it on my rear brake. This one has a lower dry boiling point of a higher dry boiling point, so I'm hoping that it will also prevent from getting air into the rear brake. So what I did is make two holes in it so I could pour a little bit out of the can and letting air in, just to prevent that this brake fluid will pop out of the reservoir. I just put the cap on, the lid on. Sometimes air will try to get out, and if you get this stuff into your eyes, or I'm opening this one up. Here we go. Okay, at this point I'm feeling that, as you can see, the air is out of the top at this moment. That's great. Now I'm gonna, because the air is out of the master, I'm gonna take the old fluid out by pushing the new brake fluid through the lines and take them out at the slave clutch cylinder. This one. Yep. The tube on. Okay. This is a little bit. It is on, but also I'm gonna put some towels on to prevent from leaking or whatsoever. I don't want that. Let's see if I can take this between those lines. Okay. So there it is. This will make my life easier. I got a vacuum, a Mighty Vac, so I'll put vacuum on this line. On top we're gonna make sure that the reservoir is filled and keeping it filled so that when we take the fluid out, there will always be some oil in the reservoir, so it will prevent pulling air in it. So putting a vacuum on it. That's my vacuum. When I open this, it will suck the fluid down the line and yeah, pushing new fluid in, pushing the old one out. So let's open up. Here it goes. Already goes. Is at a low level, and now I'll fill this up to the max. Let's see. A bit more. Okay, there we are. Max. The membrane on it. And you can see there are little drips. That's because when you sometimes pull the lever, sometimes it pushes air out, and then it spits out. Oh, and that's why you need to put a cap on, because otherwise it spits out and ruins your bike. Or sometimes people get these drips in their eye, so be careful with it. So tried it, put lid on, and we're ready. So this one's tops. Yeah, that feels great. Thanks for watching, guys.